Good morning. Okay, it's like it is morning. It's 11:23, so I guess it is still morning. I'm gonna do this a little bit different than normal. I'm supposed to be crossing at Eastport on Highway 95 back into Canada, but I called out dispatch. I'm like, so there's another crossing here, Port Hill. That would save some miles for you guys and save me some time. I mean, I don't mind getting paid for the extra miles, but I think we can legally cross over here. He's still learning. So the answer is yes, we can legally cross here back into Canada, but not into the US without companies having a permit allowing us to do so. So we'll take Highway 1 northbound into Creston, cross the border. So we got a full load of wood pellets. Nice, slow little road, but it's a big shortcut. It's a beautiful little drive. It's been a good week. Nice long run again. Sounds like the plans are next week to do another run up north to Iskut, but that's still in the planning process, so we'll see how that goes. Nice community. It's very, very rural. It's funny, on the US side it's very, very rural. On the Canadian side there's a decent sized town. these fields, everything looks so dry. Like if it's going to stay that dry, like that alfalfa, it looks like they cut it once, but I don't know if they're going to get a second cutting out of it. If they get a second cutting, it'll be a very minimal cutting. I know farmers like getting 3 cuttings in. Grass isn't growing at all, just the alfalfa. It's like when they did the first cutting on the grass just goes, nope, I give up. Not enough moisture. So yeah, delivering these wood pellets here in Creston, and then I'm getting a load of bales to bring to Grand Forks on my way home. Lots of little stacks of bales everywhere from the last cutting. And I see a lot of trucks full of bales going southbound, so they must be selling these little by little. Not exactly sure where I'm picking up the bales. I'm gonna have to ask for a phone number for the farmer where I'm picking them up, and then phone number for the farmer I'm dropping off. Make sure I go to the right places. It's nice being on small little roads after running the interstate. Well, I was going to say all day, but not quite. Most of yesterday. On the other thing, dispatch told me I had to tarp this load, so I also called dispatch out on that. I'm like, we only ever tarp these type of loads if it's going to be overnight. If it's same day delivery, we never tarp these loads. And he just goes, well, you would know better than me, so just do what you think you should do. I'm like, 10-4. The only reason we have to tarp this type of load, the wood pellets, for some reason, are loved by seagulls. And if they just sit out in the open somewhere, seagulls come and poke holes in the top of the wrap. Obviously, no seagulls are going to land on it while I'm moving, so the only reason to tarp is overnight to make sure seagulls don't come and punch holes in the plastic wrap. Nobody wants wet wood pellets, so it's like wood pellets for burning stoves, fireplaces. Oh, it looks like there's a second cutting over here, but wow, that is very short alfalfa to be cutting. My mirror seems to be behaving. Maybe I would manage to tighten it tight enough. One mile to the border. This border is a little confusing for first-timers. I've seen cars get very confused here, but just read the signs. This border crossing is 5 p.m. Open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So this is the U.S. border right here. This is customs on the U.S. side, which we just drive right by. Because there's swamp and a river going through here, the borders are separated a bit. truck stop here, turn off engine, report inside. Good morning. I think it's still morning.
It's morning. Wood pellets?
Yep. Just going to Home Hardware here.
All right, I'll be right back. It's been rejected.
What?
I don't know. So call your dispatch.
I know they
It's not ready.
changed the border crossing from Eastport to
Yeah.
here, so
It's got it set up for a release at Kingsgate, so you gotta
Yeah.
change it.
they said they changed it, so.
No, now it's been rejected, so.
Okay,
Gotta be
I'll
resubmitted.
call dispatch and,
Dispatch. You can just pull up out of the way.
okay, will do. Call dispatch because the load has been rejected. Hello. All right, thank you so much. Yep, bye. Okay. It's been an hour and 52 minutes. I had lunch. Close my windows here. Had lunch and lots of space, lots of time to copy over video, and my laptop's being funky. It's been in some kind of protection mode, so I'll have to figure that out. Hasn't done that for a while, so. But anyway, I am on the road. Let's head over to the customer. Just a little way down the road here, and then we'll call it a day. Hopefully I still have time to reload those bales on the way home. We'll see. Because it's now 1:30 p.m. 1:38 to be exact. This is going to Home Hardware. So yeah, of course, the day I decided to record crossing the Canadian border, it's one of those that is difficult. So there were several mistakes that were not, that caused the problem. Usually it's about half an hour. It very rarely is longer than half an hour when there is a mistake. But the broker made a mistake manually entering the info, and when they fixed the mistake, they didn't update the entry number. They had to resubmit the entry number, so we'll wait for that. And then that was all cleared, and then it's like, oh, your truck and trailer are cleared at this port. Remember how I had dispatch change the port of entry from Kingsgate to here? Well, the dispatch updated the truck and trailer, did not update the load itself. So that was another wait. So eventually all that stuff got cleared out. The officers were super nice and polite about everything. They tried to make it clear on what was wrong with the order, and we figured it out. Here I thought I was running ahead of schedule. Beautiful swampy area. Actually, a lot of the swamp has been returned to swamp. A lot of the swamp got converted to farmland. They built these channels and pumped the marshland empty and turned it into very good farmland, but realized it was not great environmentally for the birds and insects and bugs, and there were species that needed this swampland to survive. So they've reverted back to swampland. I don't think that's the right word. But yeah, they've switched a lot of the farmland back to swampland. There's still farmland here that used to be swampland that should technically be switched back to swampland, but you know, politics. So all that time that I tried saving by going through this border instead of Kingsgate, I lost all of that time. And then some. I remember delivering all the glue lamp to that building on the left-hand side. It's turned into a very beautiful building. It says Wilfred Jacobs Building. I think it's the local native band offices. I believe that's what it is. I'm not quite sure. It might be more than that. Cars on the shoulder, probably people going fishing. Oh, that Goat Creek there was no water in there. That was bone dry. Yeah, there's water in this one. I don't see a name of it, but yeah, I see a lot of people in the water there. Yeah, must be a popular place to go fishing and slash, I saw people swimming as well. On a hot day like this. Welcome to Creston. If I was headed eastbound, I would exit right over here. And and work my way down that road to Highway 3. But we're kind of going to the north end of town, so I'm going to loop around the north end. Instead of going through town, loop around and go around town. Smoky in the background, but not too terrible over here. Talked to Jess yesterday and said the Soyuz fire seems to be under control. I mean, technically legal, the description is not under control yet, but the town seems to be safe. I think under control, the legal definition they give under control fire means they've got a barrier all the way around the fire and they're just mopping up the hot spots. But it's not crazy out of control like it was that first night. I don't think I've ever taken this road with a big rig before. A little shortcut up. Steep little shortcut up. I like the old pickup there with a flower bed in the back. Doing the big U-turn. We're going back into town, but we're delivering right here on this end. Home Hardware Building Center. Okay. Apparently they were waiting for the green light to get greener.
Attention all.
I'll listen to that later. Busy town. Alright, I don't know if there's another truck back there or not. We're just going to take our time and loop around. And the stop sign here is for people loading. First time I came here, I stopped there and talked to them. It's a good idea to do that. Stop there, talk to them, see where they want you. Little dusty out here. Don't see any of the forklifts, nothing's moving, so they might be on break. That's okay, I need time to unstrap the whole load. Let them have their break and then I'll be ready for unload once they come off their break. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate all your support. I won't honk at these nice people here. I am out of here. You guys rock.